Okay, so I have some bad news. I was trying a new video recording software to record the last episode, and I actually recorded two videos, and I was an idiot and did not check the quality of the recording beforehand. And I ended up recording two sets of audio basically, like over each other. So I sounded like a complete robot. Um, so in today's episode, we are going to be jumping ahead quite a bit. I recorded all of season three. I did it in two parts, and both parts are completely unusable. I thought about doing like a voiceover maybe, but I had my face in the bottom corner still, so it would have been like a horribly dubbed over thing. And honestly, it was a pretty horrible season. We were in the relegation zone for the entire first half. We were able to sneak out and actually finished in eighth place. We were like 15 points behind the next team in seventh. So there was quite the gap. I know Leverkusen ended up winning the league, and we actually made the semifinal of the Pokal, but lost to the eventual winners of Hoffenheim. And we had to change to a super funky formation because we could not stop letting in goals. It was horrible. We switched like a five at the back and with two more CDMs. It was wild. It's not good. Basically, all of our players are playing like crap. I switched our homegrown talent Arnold to be a center forward, and he went up a bunch overall. And I thought he's gonna do well, but he didn't. He scored like 5 goals, and by the end of the year, we were back to Kittel and Glatzel as our two starters, and they ended up scoring the majority of our goals. It was crazy. Yeah, so not great. And in today's episode, where we're picking up, we will be starting out in the summer transfer window of season 4. So this will be our third season back in the Bundesliga. Kind of confusing, I know, skipping a whole season like that. But rest assured, you didn't miss much of anything. And hopefully, the video quality and the audio quality, well, the audio quality should stay the same. Hopefully, I don't sound like a robot in today's video. And hopefully, the video quality of my face cam / iPhone will be a noticeable improvement, and all of this will have been worth it. But yeah, without much further ado, let's jump into today's episode 9, but the start of season 4. Let's take a look at our team here. Let me show you our super weird formation that we had to switch to for part of last season. And it kind of worked for us. It got us out of the relegation zone and up into 8th. Another player we had to sign last year was Castagna. We signed Arthur from West Ham, and we sold Scally to West Ham. They also wanted Glatzel, I believe. They wanted another one of our players as well. We did a bunch of business with West Ham last season. It was kind of weird. But yeah, we signed Castagna from Bayern. And he did okay for us. Definitely serviceable at right back. We brought in Richards from Crystal Palace, and he played pretty well for us. Kadira grew by 1 overall, as did Van Drogelen. We brought in Hamburger from Reading, who was previously from Nuremberg. We brought him in. Kluivert scored 5 goals for us. He did okay, still growing some. Vuskovic had a horrible groin injury last year, and he was out for 6 months or something crazy. And he actually went down 1 overall last season. We have Kraft coming back from loan. And who else? We have this guy coming back from loan. We'll probably put him on the transfer list. And we have Baird Leno coming in here. And he will instantly go into that number 1 spot. All right, let's take a look at the transfer hub here and see if there's anyone we want to sign that might determine whether we sell Vuskovic or not. So Vlahovic is a long-term goal for us here. He is a 91 overall right now and valued at 151 million. So out of our price range for now. That would definitely not be realistic. So Zakaria and McKinney are 2 players I am interested in bringing in. However, I don't know if If we could get either of those guys right now. Someone else is Quentin Tolisso. Bring him back to the Bundesliga. I think that could be a lot of fun. We actually could get Brandon By here, the American right back, on free. Let's delegate that. He'd be a good depth position at least. So we saw. Oh my gosh! Did you see that woman in the background? Oh my gosh! I hope she's okay. Jeez. Here's Brandon By though, American right back, bringing him as some backup for Castagne. This should be a good rating. Come on, he was literally free. And hey, let's go. Okay, cool. Valued at $3 million, so nothing crazy. Leicester City coming back in for Castagne, actually. Interesting. They want him back. That would be interesting to sell him back. We don't really have anyone else at right back, though. I was sort of looking at, is it Dagne? Whatever used to be from PSG. Dagba. Colin Dagba. What is he rated at? He is a 77, so it would be a bit of a downgrade, but he is only 26. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get into this preseason tournament here. Last year we did horribly in it, so hopefully, and we had a horrible season as well. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better here, and that will bode better for our season. A 2-0 win here against Venezia. That is an excellent start. Already have a clean sheet on the year. Last year it took us like 4 months to get a clean sheet, I feel like. Let's see if we can follow this up with another win here against Spezia. It is a 3-2 win. Arthur scores a hat trick here for us. So we brought him in last year from West Ham, and I forget his stats exactly. He only had a couple of goals, I believe. So definitely had a hard time adjusting to the Bundesliga. But hopefully this year he will do better. Hopefully he'll have fit in by now. Let's see if we can't win this preseason tournament here. A 1-1 draw with Sampdoria gives us 7 points. Let's see. Did that win it for us? It's unfortunate we didn't win. Really? Someone won all of them. Is that so? Yeah, Saltarina won all 3. Wow. Okay. Unfortunate that we didn't get any extra cash from that. Let's see who is joining us in the Bundesliga this year. Werder Bremen came back up. Garter Firth came back up. And Köln won the relegation playoff. I remember that. They beat Arminia Bielefeld to stay up in the Bundesliga. So, couple weak teams this year. Hopefully we'll be stronger than we were last year. And where are we expected to finish? Mid-table. So they actually tampered with their expectations from last year. Last year they wanted a European finish, and this year all they're asking for is mid-table. So I think that's definitely doable. We've done that the last 2 years, but hopefully we can push for Europa League. That's my personal goal for this season. Our other goals: keep salary growth down. We want to buy 2 players born in South America. Interesting. And then youth development. This one's continuing over from last year, which we will not be meeting because we did not sign anyone good to the youth academy. So super attainable goals for the most part. Another transfer offer here for Castagne. We're going to keep him for another season as well. I'm hoping him and Arthur, who didn't have very good seasons last year, I'm hoping they will turn up for us this year, basically. And I honestly really like where our team is at. I was surprised we did as poorly as we did last year. Let's make some changes here. Let's put... Oh, Kluivert is red. Oh, I did not get the training right. Okay. Yikes, that is unfortunate. We're going to keep Richards and Van Drongelen there. Koningsdorfer, we'll put Yatta in for Koningsdorfer, actually. And then Benez, we will take Arp out. We'll keep Rice in for now. Then Leno will get the start in goal. Arnold, our new center forward and our homegrown talent, hopefully will score more goals than he did last year. And Ake, who is our French left winger, hopefully he can finally take over for Kittel. Either him or Kluivert finally take over for Kittel. We should put him on our bench, though. And with that, let's jump into the press conference for the first game of the Bundesliga season here in season 4, not 3, 4. Of course, improvements don't happen overnight, and there's a lot of work to be done at the club. Do you think your team's ready to avoid the embarrassment of a bottom half finish? Players are good enough. We did that last year somehow, despite a horrible start. So I think we definitely can this year. Big fixture to kick off the new season, Freiburg. Freiburg finished about where we did last year, so I want a good performance. I think a draw would be acceptable. Preseason's been difficult for Richards. He struggled for form. He definitely struggled for form last year. Every player has to earn his place. You know, we're especially deep at center back. I'd say it's probably what we're best at. Yeah, hopefully he can be our guy long term. So, first match day of the season here against Freiburg at home. Brand new keeper and goal here for us. Leno, 80 overall. Our defense is looking good. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players into the 80s. Hopefully we can get a win here. Let's see. Freiburg have Gregoritsch, who used to play for Hamburg before they got relegated to this Bundesliga. But let's see if we can get a result here in match day 1. It is a 1-1 draw. Okay, I kind of predicted that. I said we could get a draw. Ake scores our lone goal. So hopefully, maybe taking over for Kittel. Hopefully we don't have to rely on those older players as a crutch for us this year. Another offer here for Vuskovic from a French team. We will be ignoring that. All right, match day 2 here is against Garner Firth, who actually won their opening game of the year. This is away at Court Lane. FIFA still doesn't have Firth's or, what's the other team that got, the Bundesliga team that got a new stadium? Bochum. Sorry, I was totally blanking there. Bochum and Firth both have or should have stadiums in this FIFA, but they're just late in getting them into the game. I don't really know why. We'll keep the same starting 11. Let's quick sim here. A 3-1 win. Let's go. Okay, that's huge. 60. Okay, we dominated this game. Possession, shots, everything. Arthur, Leibold, and Van Drongelen all got goals for us. So very defensive-based game there. None of our attackers scoring a goal. Hopefully that's not a bad sign for things to come. But 2 results from our first 2 games. Definitely a better start than last year. Salzburg coming in for Vuskovic. Not going to accept that. We actually have a really nice start to the season here, as our next game is against Union Berlin, who, in my opinion, also very beatable. They only have 1 point here so far. Let's switch our... Well, dang, Benez is still... We're going to slot him in for Rice, because I want him playing eventually. Let's put Koningsdorfer in for Yatta, since Yatta has not been scoring. And then Kluivert in for Kittel. Why is Richards unhappy? That's interesting. Let's put in Vuskovic for Van Drongelen. And this is at home in the rain against Union Berlin. Can we get 3 results in a row? Oh my, a 3-1 loss. They had a red card and they still beat us. I feel like so many times in FIFA, if you get a red card, you have the advantage. Man, that is not the result we were wanting, but we have got a win already. We're 1-1-1 to start the season, and we are at deadline day here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for today. This is sort of a weird video, sort of recapping all of last year that we didn't get to see, or that y'all didn't get to see. I got to see, and it was horrible. But go ahead and leave a comment down below if there's someone you want us to sign or want us to scout. I'll take a look at that. And yeah, this is where I'm going to stop for today. What are you doing? It's the end of the video. That's all I got. See you later, I guess.